Hey, welcome back to the shop. Today's goal is to make a super classy, sophisticated wooden tray, but also try to construct it as simple as possible. To make our fancy serving board, I'm going to use two species. I've got some walnut and I have some maple. So I went ahead and rough milled these down. The walnut board I cut to about 20 inches long and it's around 10 inches wide. It doesn't have to be like this. You can make this as big or as small as you want. You can always glue more boards together. It's up to you. But I also milled down this piece of maple. And the maple, I need to cut a little bit thinner to whatever I kind of want it to be. And the goal is to take this and stick it into there. I cut my maple board to around 1.25 inches, and now I can set it on the walnut and see what looks good visually. You could put this anywhere you want to. And I kind of like it right there, which is about 2.5 inches or so, something like that over on this side. So now I'm gonna cut this off, make two separate pieces, and then put the maple in there and glue all three together. While our serving board is drying, I can go ahead and start working on the handles. And for the handle, I'm gonna cut down a piece of maple and a piece of walnut, glue those together, make something similar to this. Nice, clean lines, simple. I think it's gonna look really well with the serving board. I cut these to about 1.25 inches wide, so now I'm gonna glue them together, and then once they're all dry, I can always come back, plane this down or cut this down to whatever thickness I want. This tray is looking beautiful. Now it's time to finish up these handles. I already cut them to their final size as far as the width goes, the thickness goes. I still gotta cut them to length, that's okay. Now we gotta work on the bracket that's gonna hold these handles into place. So what I'm thinking is, take a piece of walnut and cut a notch out of it. And I can use the table saw and a ripping blade or a dado stack to do that. And then I'll be able to slide my handle pieces into that. And then once they're in there, I can then cut the walnut off so everything is nice and flush. Our handles look awesome and they're the perfect complement to our serving board. We can attach these a couple different ways. The bottom of the bracket here is face grain and our board's face grain. So we could simply glue these into place and it would be plenty strong. I think I'm gonna reinforce mine though. I'm gonna drill a hole in the bottom of each bracket and in the board here and add a dowel just to give it a little bit more strength. Before I attach my handles though, I'm gonna take my board over to the table saw and I'm gonna cut a bevel on the bottom half of all 4 edges. I think that's just gonna give it kind of a cool look. I think this thing looks great, and there's a couple of things about this project that I really like. One, I was able to do the whole thing in a day. Two, it's super flexible. We can change out the wood species to change up the colors. We can make the handles taller or shorter or narrower. We could add chamfers or roundovers. There's a lot you can do to completely customize this to whatever your needs are. Now I'm gonna apply finish, and I'm gonna apply some Osmo oil. I'm gonna work it into the grain using a white Scotch-Brite pad, and then whatever's left over on the surface, I'll wipe down with a paper towel. I think this tray turned out killer, and I was able to bang out the whole project in a day. This is a great project for if you need to give a gift to somebody. You can make one of these a couple days in advance, or it really lends itself well to batching out. You can make multiple trays at the same time. Hopefully this video can spark some creativity so you can go make your own version of a tray like this. If you do, post pictures on social media, tag me. I love seeing other people's work. And until we meet again, get in your shop and build something awesome. Wiki, wiki, wiki.